Hi everyone, so it's Friday, end of a long hard week, so I thought I'd end the week doing core and balance class, which is a little bit low energy but still quite high intensity with the core muscles. So work with me, see how it goes. We're not jumping around today, it's just nice and slow and calm. Okay, so let's put some calm music on and let's do a little warm up. Okay, so we're just going to lift those shoulders up and drop them down. Really feel like they're pulling down. Lift them up and drop. Making sure your feet are parallel, your tummy's tucked in. Circle those shoulders back and lift the arms up and down and circle forwards. Again, circle back and lift the arms up on your toes. And lower and circle forward, and again circle back, lift up, go up on your toes. Really try and hold in that core muscle for balance. Well done. Just drop the chin down to the chest and lift it up and over to the side and over to the other side. This time we're going to add the upper half of the body, so forward, just walking your fingers down to your knees, and up, and over to the side, gently going down the side, walking your fingers down to the knee, and to the other side, walking down. And now we're going to see if we can go further. If you need to bend your knees, do so. Making sure you're leaning forward over those toes, going down, 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 and then reversing and coming up, up, up. And to the side, head, shoulder, as far as you can, then just lower your knees, and then coming up. Lovely, over to the other side, head, shoulder, and drop, and up. Lovely. Trying to always keep your feet parallel. You're going to point your foot forwards, lift the toe, point, and on the other foot, flex. Now we're going to lift it slightly off the floor. Forward, lift, and in. Other leg, and now we're going to try and swish it a bit higher. Forward and lift, and down, forward and lift, and down. Now we're going to turn our feet out. We're going to work out to the side plane. So just point and flex first. Point, flex. Again, trying to hold the tummy in and lift up for absolute balance when you do this. Hard for me being deaf in one ear, so I really have to concentrate. Lift the leg up and the other side. Try not to lean too far over so your body's not going too far left and right. And a bit of a swish, lift, and a swish, lift. Lovely. So concentrating the core. Just up on your toes and down and up and down. Really feel you're pushing up with your hands and pushing down through the palms. Lifting up through your head and down through your heels. We're going to make that a little bit harder. Okay, so we're going to lift. As you're up, you're going to bend your knees, toes still holding you. Push your heels down and stand. And again, lift up, bend the knees, push your hands and heels down and straighten. One more like that. Lift, bend, push down. And now we're going to reverse it. So we're going to bend the knees, lift the heels, standing and push. Bend the knees, lift the heels, stand, push. One more. Knees, heels lift, up and down. Lovely. Just using the hips or the upper half of the body to twist and twist. Let's find some flexibility in your back. And then bring the hips round into it. Lovely. So that was a little bit of standing, working the balance and the core. We're going to go down onto the floor now. Okay, so there is a position called 100, which is where you have 90 degrees from hips to knees, knees to ankles, and your back's pushed down on the floor. So we're going to be doing some of this. You can relax your head, or if you want, you can hold your head up to help keep your back to the floor. Okay, just to begin with, you're going to stretch one leg forward, lower it, lift it, and bring it back in. Same with the other leg. Lift, lower, lift, and back in. Okay? Forward, lower, lift, back in. The whole time you should be holding your tummy tight and your back should be pushed down onto the floor. Okay? So this is the easier level. If you want, we can do it both legs together. Forward, lower, lift and in. Forward, lower, lift and in. Again, it's really important here, and particularly here, that you're not arching your back. You're really working that core muscle down, up and in. One more. Forward, lower, lift and in. Bring your knees into your chest. Okay, so we're going to go back to that kind of move in a moment, but first what I want to do is my V-rocks. So I want you to just hook your hands gently underneath your knees, and what you're going to do is you're going to rock backwards and forwards, but it's got to be controlled. Okay, so we come up to here where our feet are suspended in the air, and it's your core muscles that are holding you in this position. So you're going to rock back, and then you come up here, and you really have to find that position so that you don't overbalance or topple back. Okay, so we're going to rock back and up. Let's try and make sure that you've got a nice curved back to rock back into, and up and hold, and rock, and up and hold. There's that hold, and back, and up. We're going to do that another 4 times. 4, and balance it, and 3, and hold that balance, and 2, and hold. If you can go here, and 1 more to there. Lovely. We're going to go back down on the floor. Rather than the hundreds position, we're going to have our legs out. Now, if you do have a weaker back and you've got to work more on your tummies, you can have your legs quite high for this. If you can manage it, your legs are low, and we're going to paddle them up and down. We're going to do 4 up and down, and then we're going to do 4 cross. Again, you can keep it high, or you can take it low. If I just shuffle back a bit, then hopefully you should be able to see. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and cross. 1, 2, 3, and up and down. 1, 2, 3, and cross. Keep breathing even though you're holding that muscle. And cross. And 1 more time. Remember, you can go up higher if it hurts. And cross. And relax. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple of exercises on our sides, and then we'll finish with some planks. Alright, so I'm going to go sideways for you, moving away so that you can see me a little bit better. And for this one, I want you, if you've got a mat, to try and make sure that your back is towards the back of the mat. Then you've got the 90 degrees coming forward to your knees and your legs go down the front of the mat. Okay, so we are here. Important thing to do is we've got to try and keep our knee and our foot parallel. I'm just going to reposition so that it's easier for you to see the whole of me, so you can know more what we're doing. I'm not sure how this is best going to work. Probably better in the position I was here. You need to have a parallel heel to knee, and you need to make sure that you're lifting up to the ceiling rather than opening out. Okay, so I want you to feel an upward lift and lower, and an upward lift and lower. Okay, lift. So knee and ankle are in a straight line, parallel to the floor. Lifting, so we're really working the outer thigh, holding that core muscle in. One more, hold it up there. And you're going to dip the knee, keep the toe up, and then reverse it. So we're pivoting around the hip. Knee dip, ankle dip. Knee, ankle. You should really feel it working in the top outer muscle. And now we're going to finish this leg off by holding it up here, and you're going to do tiny little circles as if you are painting a little circle with your knee and your ankle. Remember to keep them parallel. And go back the other way. And hold it here. And relax. You should feel the release now you put it down. And let's go over to the other side. Let's see if I can help show you how to do it on this side as well. Okay, so remember, you've got to have a straight back along the back of your mat, knees coming forward from the hips and legs forward down to the toes. You're lifting your knee and your foot. There you go. Parallel line and down. Lift. Make sure that you're going up as opposed to out. Do not open and rotate. So lifting up and down. Keeping the core muscle in. Lift. Two more. One. And hold it here. And you're going to dip the knee, keep the ankle lifted, and then change it. And twist. And twist. Keeping the tummy in, really working that upper outer thigh. Good job, looking really good. And you're going to hold it right here up. And remember those tiny little circles. One way, keeping the ankle the same height as the knee, painting those little circles. Keep the tummy in and back the other way. And relax, and you should feel the release of the muscle. Okay, we're going to do two more on the sides and then, like I said, the plank. So we're going back to the other side. And it is a side plank, which you can put your knees down if you need to. Okay, so we're balanced here. You can have your legs one on top of the other. You can have them one in front of the other for more stability. If you want, you can have your knees down, but your hips are up here. What we intend to do is take our hand and tuck it underneath our body, through and up, and through and up. Lovely. Remember, you can put your knees down, you can go through and up, through. Two more like that. Lifting the hip up and rotating and lifting, rotating and lifting. Let's try the same on the other side. Okay? Nice and calm. but still working those essential muscles. Alright, so remember you can have your legs stacked on top or one in front of the other. Lifting that hip up, lifting the arm, and then coming through and lift it. Down and through and lift. Good job. Breathing all the time. And lift. Remember you can put your knees down if you need to. You've got 2 more. Last one. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to finish off with a few exercises on the plank. Okay, so what we're going to do, on the elbow, and we're going to hold the tummy in and squeeze the bottom down and keep our head in alignment with the rest of the body and push back over our heels. So I won't be looking at you for this because I've got to keep my head in alignment rather than up or tucked in. But hopefully you'll hear me count. Okay, so we've got to make sure the bottom's down, the tummy's up. And we're going to count and breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so as I was doing that, I was making sure I was pushing back over my heels. We're going to hold the plank. We're going to take our arms out, side to side. As you do that, you've got to be really careful. You're not rotating and moving your body too much. Your core is holding you still. Okay, so we're going to tap 4 times each side. Let's have a go. Okay, so here's that plank position. And we're going to tap out and in. Out, that's 1. Try not to rotate on your body too much. 1 more each side. And come down. And now we're going to do a hip rotation. Over and over. So in the plank we're rotating over our toes and the hip dips either side. Okay, here we go. Here's our plank position. 4 each side. Dip, 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 dip. 3, 4. And come in. Okay, so let's have a very quick cool down. Alright, it wasn't a really long session, but hopefully you've got a few exercises and ideas to help you. So in on all fours and push that back up and the bottom under and look down. And now release that. And just sit back over your feet. And up. And from here, push your hips forwards and down. Into my hair. And up. And sit down on your bottom. You're going to have one leg straight, pull the other one in. And cross it over. Take the opposite arm. Tuck it round. Just lift and push. And change legs. So bring the knee in first. And cross it over. Opposite arm. Tuck around. Lift and push. And just bring the soles of the feet together. And you can just push them down as much as you want. Hands behind if you want. Push them down. And you can move your feet a little bit further forward. Sit with a nice straight back. One hand down. Other hand lift. And lean. And the other way. lift and lean. And the final one, let's take a nice big curved hug in front of you. Look down. And a deep breath to lift up and out. Thank you. See you again next week with more energetic classes.